everyone. We have on our show Mololuwa Adeni. Okay, Mani is building Trykey protocol. Trykey is a top deeping project being built on Solana in Nigeria. So yeah, hello Mani, how you doing?
Hello, Favor. Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to have you on the show. So there's a lot of buzz about Trykey in the Super Team NG community. So I mean, if you're a Super Team NG member and you've not heard about Trykey, strange. So I mean, we really want to know, what is Trykey? What are you guys about?
Okay, so basically, Trykey is a deeping project, and we're building tracker-based credit rating for commercial auto repair lending. Let me break that down a bit. We're trying to help create funding into the auto industry, right, through verified mechanics. So some of those mechanics one is our hardware-based proof of yield system. So before, when we're working on our initial problem, we built a kit that can help fleet managers and investors, right, track exactly how their machines are being used, so we can know how much money is it supposed to make, how many people is it carrying, the number of people in the car, the current location, and all of that, right? So that was our first mechanism. Then we realized there was a bigger problem, that was financing in the sector. And we also noticed that people really struggled. So another way employee theft comes out is people that own or people that manage your cars steal a lot from you when they take it to the mechanic or when they buy parts, because they end up buying inferior parts and bill you the premium amount. Then you have to keep on going back and forth at the mechanic, so you spend a lot more money, right? So we thought, okay, why don't we use this data we're getting from our machines to help people build credit scores? So the part sellers, the mechanics, the fleet managers, they can build credit ratings on our marketplace, right? So people can come buy from verified Trykey mechanics and all of that. Then those people, as they've built credit ratings from servicing customers, they can now qualify for auto related loans.
Right. Can't process everything, but great one there. So what would you say Trykey is trying to solve? What problem exactly? And yeah, basically, what's the solution?
So
that
two
you're
main
offering?
problems. So number one is people struggle to get access to verified mechanics and part services, right? So people just get robbed basically most of the time when they take their cars for fixing, right? And the second part is those mechanics, those part sellers, they struggle to get funding so that they can buy the parts they need or buy the equipment they need, because they don't have that much capital upfront. So they need access to funds, and that isn't available right now. Those are the two main problems we're solving.
Great work there with Trykey. So I really want to know, what is your business model?
Okay, so we make money first of all off our kit sales, then we make money off transaction fees on our marketplace, and also we charge commission fees.
Okay, right. So what is basically, I wouldn't want to give a lot of publicity to your competitors, but what would you say is your competitive advantage over your competitors?
Okay, so our advantage over people that sell regular trackers or regular DeFi protocols is, one, we have a hardware system that can verify proof of yield. So when an investor is investing into our funding round, right, we already know that, okay, this car is producing so amount of money, this is how it's being used. So there's this hardware layout verification, so you don't need input from anyone. You can actually determine how something is performing. That's one. Then our credit-based rating system helps to drive quality assurance. So since you know in a couple of months you're going to need, let's say, 100 million naira to fund your parts or buy some equipment, and you know that if you don't deliver quality services, right, your credit rating is going to drop. And if that credit rating drops, you're not going to be able to, get your loan, right? And another really fun thing about Trykey is the economic data we get. So because we have all of these machines installed and we track some of these data, like the current location, the distances of travel, we can get things like mapping data, economic hotspot data to know, okay, what's the congestion area, which particular area do people go to more, and all of that.
Right. That's a lot of hardware going on there. So what makes you the right person to delve into Trykey and the hardware? Why do you think you're the best person to build Trykey?
I mean, first of all, I've always loved cars, so naturally I knew that I was going to have to build something in that aspect, right? Then also my team and I have a very strong background in robotics. So when we looked at the initial problem, we knew that hardware was the solution, because you can't rely on users to give you back this proof of yield mechanism, right? So we knew hardware was the solution. So we already had a strong background in robotics. Then after building Trykey, after going through multiple hackathons, some judges, shortlists and shoutouts, and also user validation, we stumbled on this new pivot.
Right. So what's your 2-year roadmap?
Okay, so in the next 2 years, first of all, we want our marketplace fully built out, and we want to have had about 8 funding rounds, right? We want to have about 8 funding rounds and help at least 100 mechanics, 100 part sellers, 100 fleet managers generate funding from those rounds.
Okay.
And I don't know. Yeah, and one thing we're really looking to do, I don't know if we'll get that done in 2 years, but we want to have our kits pre-installed in machines, pre-installed in cars, right? So not that we add it on top of an already existing vehicle, but can we pre-install it from the factory so that, you know, it's easier for us to manage.
Okay, you've said something now about pre-installing in factories and all, and basically entering the market. So let me just ask that. How do you intend to penetrate the market? What's your go-to-market strategy, basically?
Okay, so because our solution is actually something that people really need, we just do demos, right? We do a lot of demos. We did a demo for a business owner for a Keke Napep. We did the demo for someone that leased out his vehicles for Bolt and Uber, right? Then the people on our waitlist just started flooding in, right? So that validation just let people know, okay, this is what we're building. And since they can see everything, they were really hooked. So currently we have 3 businesses on our waitlist with over 1,500 vehicles.
Wow, so it's really just show walk-ins, right?
Yeah. Basically just show the solution to the people that want to pay for it. If it's good enough, they'll pay for it.
Right, that's amazing. So founders building on Solana, show walk-ins, okay?
Yeah.
Show. Don't do that here. Okay? Right, so great work with that. So I want to know what we should look out for in the coming months. What's Trykey cooking? What should we look out for?
Okay. Since I started building on Solana, I've learned that it's good to build in the open, even if sometimes you want to be a bit more secretive.
Right.
But what you should look out for Trykey, right? First of all, you should see our own personalized kits being rolled out. So we already had our prototypes, but pretty big. So we're working on making it really small, right? Really small and portable. So you should look out for our Trykey kits. That should be, I don't want to reveal too much, but just look out for that. Then yeah, that's basically what you should look out for, because every other thing follows there. And as we're going to, we'll be onboarding more mechanics, part sellers onto our marketplace.
Right, so you guys look out for what Trykey is cooking, okay? Great, so let's jump into the Super Team NG side of things. I know that you're a Super Team NG member, a Super Team NG founder. There's been a lot of buzz around Trykey in the Super Team NG community. So I want to know, what role has Super Team NG played in Trykey's growth, in your growth in the Web3 ecosystem?
So I think the best way to put it right is Super Team is what a government should be, right? They reduce the barrier to entry, right? And as someone that's building hardware, other people that build hardware and DP networks understand how hard it is to break into that market because of the cost, right? So Super Team brings down the barrier of entry. So it's like, you have your problem, you have your solution, you have the expertise. Okay, go and do it. What do you need? You need some funds here and there. And apart from that, you need expertise, right? That's another thing the government is supposed to do. So they reduce the barrier, then they're supposed to incubate you, give you the right expertise so that you can, obviously you're always going to make mistakes, but help you fail quicker and not make all of those mistakes you typically make on your own, right? And one final thing is the community support you get from Super Team. So initially when we were building Trykey, I wasn't so familiar with some of the stacks we needed to integrate for the particular hackathon. And when we had our build stations, I just always had so many talented developers that no matter how many errors they had in their code, they still always find time to help you, sort out your own things. So the community was amazing. The marketing, the bounties they did for us helped us initially with getting a lot of traction and all of that. So it has been really amazing building with Super Team.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally attest to that. Super Team is just the cheat code, really. And that's amazing to know. So tell me, what would you describe Super Team NG in a sentence? You said something about Super Team NG being the government, but
it's just basically a functional government. They're exactly what the government should be. So other governments in the world should actually look at what Super Team and Solana are doing and model it.
Okay, shout out to Zubi and Harry. You guys are building a government, literally, and we're here for it. Thank you so much. So let's jump into Startup Village, right? What would you say? Give me a second. Okay, so All right, so let's jump into Startup Village. Yeah. Why do you think Startup Village is an important event for builders? Why should builders really come in? This is just day one, right? So why do you think people should really jump on Startup Village and what we're doing here?
Okay. I would say because the game, right? The game of life in general, the odds are so few. So you have to give yourself as many opportunities as possible. And this is one major one. So you never know the event, the pitch, the conversation. I mean, like I met Zuli off one Founders Friday event, right? Just a random talk, right? So you never know the one event, the one pitch that's going to connect you with the person that's going to help you scale your business or solve your problem, right? So with what they're doing at Startup Village, the fact that they're combining so many builders, experienced founders, you can network with people that will potentially invest in your products, give you advice and all of that. It's just, the value is immeasurable.
Wow. I don't know when you're going to see this after. If you're going to see it after Startup Village, make sure you don't miss the next edition, okay? Now, what advice would you give to an aspiring Web3 founder?
Okay. I would say focus, right? And reduce your barrier to entry. So your goal should be to build the smallest thing that people are willing to pay for, right? As a founder, you have a lot of ideas. You want to build this, you want to have the solution. Make sure, okay, what is this problem that I want to solve? You get the solution, and you need to make sure that you validated that the person you're building it for actually wants that, right? So once you do that, build the smallest thing possible that people are willing to pay for. So once you've done that, you know that, okay, I'm building the right thing, and you can put in all your time and energy into doing that.
Right, that's a great session with Mololuwa Adeni from Trykey Protocol. Thank you so much for stopping by,
Thank you, Favor.
we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you.